Hello everyone. Today we are back with another video. I'm taking a little break from Resident Evil Village, uploads, because I feel myself getting burnt out from that. But I promise you guys, it shouldn't be that long of a break. We might, even finish up a few gameplays before we get back to Resident Evil Village. But I will be getting back to that. I promise you, I will. But today we are playing the Stanley Parable, and I have no idea what this game is. I've only seen like a few clips and whatever, and it's asking me to enter the current time, which is like 10:33. I'm gonna wait for it to turn 34, so I, have the exact time. Cause I'm a sucker for that. Cause that's what I always do whenever I'm trying to like set the correct time. Yep, 34. Accessibility, okay. All right. Oh, that's cool. Look at. Oh my God. A monitor inside a monitor inside a monitor. It just keeps going, and it's pretty. Oh, that's cool. All right, let's begin the game. The end is never the end. The end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
But was he truly happy?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I didn't do that? Maybe I stayed a little bit longer. Continue staring at this. Should I go out the office? Let's wait a little bit. Oh my God. That's actually the time. No. That's not actually the time. It's 10:36. The long hand is nowhere near 36.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, am I just being narrated? Like... Can I go back in here? In here?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, he calling me out. What the fuck? Nothing.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office.
Yo!
Because he doesn't
Stop
pick
calling
up
me
well on
out!
cues from his environment.
Wow! This guy just called me stupid. Wow. I just got called stupid by a narrator. Doesn't pick up on cues in his environment. Man, fuck you. Whoa. What's outside?
When
Oh, we in the
Stanley
back
came to a
rooms.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On my left? Yeah, I think I'm going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm touching every door. I don't care. Oh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had
Yeah,
really
I would
been
say
worth
so.
the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Can I get a drink?
Stanley simply stood
No.
here, drinking it all in.
Whoa. You motherfucker. That's a nice, satisfying sound.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking
Okay,
at
we
these
gotta...
chairs and some paintings. Really worth
I'm learning the controls real quick. Pressing everything.
At this point,
Okay.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's
Are we
possible
serious?
that this is why everyone left.
Wow! Wow! That is diabolical. That's fucking diabolical. They really just said that.
Stanley
What if
sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I don't think the game is trying to send me anything. I think there's maybe more dialogue. What if I just crouch around here? Nice little painting of a mountain. Nice little vending machine. 125. That's a steal. Another little nice painting. You know. Little coffee machine. What else? Another nice little painting of just the water. Leaves. Nice. Oh my god, the time is not right at all, actually. Why did they fucking ask me that, man? Whatever.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
First open door on my left. This one right here? This one? Is that where you're is this one? Okay. I'm gonna go in here. Yeah. It's a nice little place to go
Stanley
into.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I don't follow directions, Mr. Whatever, whoever you are. I don't listen well.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
You're
I
not?
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in
Yeah.
the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
I don't give a
Convinced
fuck.
that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I
don't
really
know,
do
man.
want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
This
let
is
me
a
prove it.
simulation,
Let
man.
me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay.
Give me a chance.
Give you a chance? I'll give you a chance. What's up? Okay,
Now
red,
listen
red and
carefully,
blue.
this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Stanley walked through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
The blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Yo,
Stanley
chill.
walked through the red door.
The blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road?
You're about to put me in an
chosen?
infinite loop,
Well,
aren't you?
don't let
Like a
me
genjutsu.
stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? You might think I put a lot of time into that. I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see.
This
Help
is
me here,
nice.
Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I think I'm just gonna go here. Wow.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited
getting a
from
1.
allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest.
You're getting
I'm
a
looking
1.
for some real critical feedback here.
You're getting a 1. I'd give you a 0 if I could.
1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
Take it or leave it. I ain't giving you
I guess
nothing
it
more.
isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Ooh. Leaderboard? They're still ongoing. Offline. They're all offline. Where am I? Which number am I? Wow. This is me. Complete against others. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? I'm the last ranked one. Are we serious? Error. Wow. Wow. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley? This is your superior? Oh, wow. How long does it take you to compete again? Are we serious, narrator? Is this... You know what? I'm going this door.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
No,
Again,
you just
honest
insulted
answers,
me.
please.
I'm gonna insult you back.
I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You
Sure.
wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Not at
Perfect.
all.
Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because
partially
if it's the latter,
both.
I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, okay. This is a cool game, chat. Oh! Oh!
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's
It's
our backstory?
Firewatch!
What is our motivation?
It's Firewatch!
Well, it seems
I know
obvious to
this
me that you are
game!
meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in
No,
your
that's not it
tower,
at all.
perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
That is not it at all.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total
That's so
mental
cool. Can I go
depravity.
outside?
So far,
No.
I love everything about this game.
Chat,
Stanley. And it
Firewatch
seems
is
there's even
on,
more.
like, this is on
Come,
my list
let's
of
venture
playing for the
outward and see
channel.
what else is out there.
Like, I'm dead ass gonna play this game for y'all. Firewatch. Oh, that's fire. Bars. My bad. Let's go down, shall we? Still can't jump.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What? Can't be what?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off
Motherfucker.
into that thing. That
Hold on,
big
I see a
open-
crack.
Just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can
I
just
see a
go
crack,
in
I see a
any-
crack, I see a crack.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're
Man,
out
I
of
don't think
the
this is
woods now,
enough for me.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
So you don't want me wandering around, don't you? Fucking narrator, dude.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Are we dead ass? Rocket League!
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just
No
a nice big box
way.
to walk around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Will you? Will you be impressed?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are
Can I
lots
go
of
in
cars
there?
here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's
This
a
is
ball of
Rocket
some kind
League,
back
you
here.
dumbass.
Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay,
It's not a-
Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, I'm fast as fuck. I'm fast as fuck. I'm fast as fuck. Yeah, I'm not touching that ball. That's what he wants me to do. He wants me to touch the ball, score a goal. But I'm not doing it. I'm not. He's gonna have to sit there and watch. I'm not doing it. Well, I'm fast now. I'll be faster than I was, at least. Oh,
Hold on.
shit.
What are you doing?
I didn't even know that. Oh, shit.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh, shit. No more narrator. This looks abandoned. Oh, this is cool. Chad, this game is cool. No narrator, so I could just explore all I want. Alright. Oh. Light at the end of the tunnel. Oh. Is this my office? 427? It is. Oh no, they got cameras and shit. Well,
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll
Oh
understand
my
soon what I
God.
was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends,
Damn.
after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Very soon.
I can wait.
You can wait, yeah. You know what, guys? I could start again, but I'm just gonna keep him waiting. Let's see what he's gonna do. Wow. Okay. So it just automatically resets me, huh? So that's what we're doing. All right.
All of
We're
his
back in the
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Yeah.
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I did.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes.
Let's skip
this
all his
room.
dialogue.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should we listen to him? Yeah, let's listen to him this time.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yeah, we're not listening to him now. We're going down. I'm trying to see what's down here.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
You about to play with us again?
No, not the right.
Ah,
Why would
okay.
I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Are we serious?
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Just open both doors, you fucking bitch. My bad.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are we sure? Okay. This looks like some Resident Evil basement down here. Oh.
No,
My
no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet.
Oh.
This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
I'm not closing my eyes.
Okay, we just
Fired?
back to, who am
Who's
I
fired?
kidding?
Fired?
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Yo.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay, guys, this time, should I just, like, listen to his... Y'all want to see what happens if I just
All of
listen
his
to every one of his
co-workers
things?
were gone. What could it mean?
Yeah? Alright, I got
Stanley
you.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
Okay.
Then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Alright, guys. I'm getting heavy feelings about going to the left. Is that what y'all telling me? Left door? Or the right? Let's go the right way. See what I did there? My bad. What's in here? The back rooms again? Oh my god, it's a maze.
I'll say
We're
it.
just back where we
This is
started.
the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. No doors?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yeah, why don't we not do that? I like this little room. Let's not do that. No, we're fine. Hold on. Is this shit changing?
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. Oh shit.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Yes, I do.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Really?
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Wow.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Wow.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Wow. Oh, he put a line this
All
time.
right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Yeah, I'm
Just
not
follow
doing
the
that.
line. How simple is that? No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Really? That's it? You give up? Pathetic. I could open doors? I could open doors. Can I just... No, I can't. So we could open certain doors. I guess the only ones that are actually still open, I guess. Let's close that. Can we open this one? This one? Nope. This one? This one? No. You know what? I'll just follow the line. Why not?
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Okay.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
Yes.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
You're good, bro.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What's this? I don't want this music, bro. Turn it off! Yo, this music gives me Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't remember the fucking name of the movie, but I remember Jack Skellington. Y'all know that song? This is Halloween, this is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. That one. It's a banger though.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Fern?
Stanley,
fern?
this fern will be very important
This?
later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Fern? Okay, remember it. Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore.
what's that one
To
over
hell
there?
with it. Restart.
Oh my god. This guy just keeps restarting it. Pal.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
This direction? Okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go
Oh my
wild.
god.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Something
Oh,
cool.
no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto
The
the
line
from
broke
having any
down.
role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I'm acknowledging the line, actually. You went up.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From
Okay.
here, the story is in our control. How
Okay.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact,
You
I
right?
believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
No.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting
Okay.
from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Can you open both doors or not? Okay. The confusion
what's this?
ending?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? Am I
What?
supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
You
And
want?
the timer stopped? Does that mean,
Oh.
did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Okay.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh. Oh, shit.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yo!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
He
missed
did
a
forget
memo.
about it all. Me and the narrator.
Stanley came to a set of two
Alright, let's
open
listen to him
doors.
this time.
He entered the door on his left.
Me and the narrator are in this shit, bruh.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not
Feeling
getting
a
fired.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What if I didn't do that? What if I stayed here?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Alright, fine.
No reason to still be here. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
go
to his
downstairs.
boss's office.
I see a red light down here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh,
I don't think I yelled that.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Yo!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Yo!
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Wait.
After all,
A, B,
he knew for
11,
certain,
12.
beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
We about to be in a room or
The
something?
fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want
Damn.
my apartment and my wife
Damn.
and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My
Damn.
life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I think this is more of himself. Oh, it's not a dream.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me
turning
I'm
red.
real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. Yo, this is trippy.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked
What
to her
the
place
fuck?
of work. But on this particular day, her
Is
walk
that-
was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled
Is that
through town
Stanley?
talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance,
Is
for just
that
a few brief
Stanley?
moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would
This
affect
is
her career, and by extension, the
crazy.
rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? Wow. Okay. Chat. I think I think that's a good place to end this video. Cause holy man. Holy. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I will have more videos coming up for you guys, hopefully. And I'll see you all in the next adventure. Later.